So SEAL1, you guys continue to be my favorite cleaner. I have gone through a number of cleaners, and I'm not just saying this. I really, truly, my old man introduced me to Hoppies, and I was a Hoppies guy for years. But then I had to have a lubricant as well because it was just a solvent.
Yep.
And so I'd use their lubricant, and then I switched. You guys are so easy. Everybody makes fun of. We made fun of it on the show on how I scrub my gun and then I put it under the faucet with hot water. But it works. I like your little samples, because it's kind of a single-use cleaner. So I like buying the little sample packs of SEAL1, and then that's basically a single use on a Glock. One of those little tubes can clean my Glock, and boom, no mess. But how do people react to it? Do people at the show here, have they heard of you before, or is it a new product for them?
Some, I'd say most of them coming through. I'm saying they don't know about it, because they stop at the booth, they see the sig fish in the aquarium, and they're, okay, what is that? Why are you soaking your gun in water? And I'll have a couple people will be walking by, and then hey, that's the best stuff. That's all I use. So that's like, okay, good. Then people, they have known about it,
Does the name attract? The SEAL name. You guys are SEALs. For those who don't know, you're a retired SEAL.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And you guys in the past 15, 20 years have absolutely just become rock stars. So do people like the name? Does the name attract? Or do they put it together even? Do they put it together that it's...
some do, and then a lot of them, because of the gun being in the water, they're like, oh, you're a sealant. Okay, well, yes, the product will seal and protect your firearm, and that's why I always say it's kind of a play off the name. SEAL1, it's one product you use to seal and protect your firearm, and I was a SEAL and spent 8 years at SEAL Team 1 out of, my 20.
And SEAL, you guys had to deal with a lot as far as firearms and keeping them clean and keeping them rust-free, and you're in the ocean, you're in the mud, you're doing all kinds of craziness.
Yes.
Was SEAL1 born out of a lack of an effective solvent and protector?
Well, that question is a yes and no, because firearms have been around a lot longer than petroleum products. So there were other products out there used before petroleum products came into the picture. So my ex-business partner who developed the product had just started working with a lot of different things, trying to come up with something. And through the years of trial and error of working stuff, he just got to a formula where he goes, all right, I can't perfect it anymore. This is it, and that is what became SEAL1. And
what sorts of problems did you encounter with firearms as a SEAL, with the really aggressive duty cycle you guys put on your guns that someone even in the rest of the military wouldn't necessarily encounter?
Well, just coming up out of the water, right, and crossing the beach. So as I was a 60 gunner, and so you had to remove all lubricants off our firearms before we crossed. And people are like, well, why? You're in the water. Why are you doing that? It's like, well, when you're crossing the beach and the sandy water, now you're going to have sand sticking everything, and you're not going to be getting it off if the lubricant's on there. So it was like you would come across. I always had a 2-quart canteen that I just took right as we kind of crossed and we're getting up, and I would just dump it down the barrel, getting all the sand out of the barrel and the work area, right, where the bolt is and all is sliding. And then you had the CLP that we would just go in there. Of course, the rest of the gun rusted up and until we got back off the op,